Wake up, press play. It's a brand new day. Laugh, unload, make waves. We doing it our way. Yeah. Good day, hey, come on and start your day with a smile and a wink and a how you going, mate. Good day, hey, pull up a seat, let's say we're all in this together. Good day.
Good day, gays, and welcome back to another episode of Good Day Gay Podcast. I'm Russell Ray, and guess who's back this week? Pauly B is back. Hey, Pauly B.
Good day. Hey.
How?
Sorry.
Good
Don't
day.
make me
End this podcast.
Hey.
Paul was out last week because his mom was visiting. How was
My
mom? How was the
mom.
visit?
She was good. She met my partner and she basically told me, she's like, you have a good boyfriend. You need to stop being a little bitch. And I'm like,
Oh no.
oh no, sorry.
We're getting to that part of the episode already.
You know how like when you're like ethnic
Yes.
and you grow up, you just like, when you grow up, you just become like a hard B. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's not even that. It's like, do this, do that, because why didn't you do it before? Like, why did I have to ask you to do it?
exactly. Yeah. So there's my mom just like observing me with like my partner and just being like, you need to treat him better. And I'm like, I treat him good, all right?
Poor daddy. Tell him to come back in camera with this towel on.
I know, just before. That's what we need to do it. We need to do the OnlyFans subscribers for the late night G'day Gay.
Oh.
Or early morning.
Okay, for those of you who like to go to afters, you know, I'm in bed by 9:30. Don't play games with me. Anyways, today we are talking about bad, bougie, or broke. The truth behind your people behind who live beyond their means. And let me tell you, how many people do you see on Instagram who are flaunting Louis Vuitton and like flaunting all kinds of stuff? And you think to yourself, like, I know they can't afford that.
Are you reading me right now?
Yeah, show us your bag. No, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing about you though, right? You have your own house.
Oh, you had to think for a second just then.
No. I was talking about you to start with, but you mentioned it, so now we're gonna go into it, right? I wasn't going there, but since you want to go there, we're gonna go there.
Read me for not filth.
Let's talk.
Talk to me.
Tank top, let's talk. So you're a baddie. I wouldn't call you bougie because you're not pretentious about being a baddie.
Really
right?
not.
Like you show up and you're like, this is what I'm wearing, this is who I am. You either take it or leave it, you're good vibes or you're no vibes. But also you own your own house. You have a second location that you're living in here once you moved. And so you have the means to back up what you do, right? You're not overly flossing. You're not like taking pictures of in front of other people's Range Rovers and Maseratis talking about, look at my car. Like, no. So how many people have you seen online who do that? And you think to yourself, they ain't got no money, they're broke.
I would say in my following, as in like when I look at my Instagram and I open it, and it's so funny because Bruno and I send these people to each other all the time, and we're just like, we literally will send each other these posts or these stories and be like, how do they do it? How do they afford it? Blah,
Me
blah,
and
blah.
him do the same exact thing. I have to remind him. Go ahead. What is your guys' solution to it?
So ours is like, how are they overseas? Like, how are they constantly overseas? That's pretty much it. When the marker is that you've been overseas like 3 times in the past 6 months from Australia as well. Like when you travel to the US, when you travel to Europe, that's like $3,000 one way plus spending money plus accommodation. That's at least not one way. Sorry. Like if you get 3,000 return, that's a pretty good deal. Okay. So let's say that 3,000 plus accommodation, which is say 5,000 plus spending money, another 3,000 to 5,000. So you're looking to spend at least $10,000 every time you go overseas from Australia, overseas being like the US, Europe, Latin America, all of that. So if I'm seeing on your social media that you're overseas like 3 times in the past 6 months, I'm like, how? How do they do it? And I
That is
don't think that
crazy.
it's crazy, right? And I don't think we're going into, the episode isn't about OnlyFans, but then I start to question, is it funded by OnlyFans?
It
But
could be, but also there are some baddies out there. Like we have
100%.
some boys in the kickball team, and those two they are always traveling. Like they are
But
gone probably
how?
50% because they work from home. They have really good jobs. They have really good means of income, and they honestly can work from anywhere on their laptop.
Okay, then. But then what about their life? Like, do they eat out? Do they, splurge on clothes? Do they like
I wouldn't say they actually they have they have nice things, but I don't think they're not the type that's like dripping from head to toe in coats, right? But
and they don't need to post it and everything. Like,
exactly. They have more like
yeah.
underrated, like when like what is the row, like Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen's bag, it has no label on it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
they are like they have stuff like that where like you're like,
yeah.
oh, what's the label? But it's like really, really, really expensive, right? So they are actually like they do very well for themselves, and they're like the kindest people that I've ever met in my life. And
That's nice.
they don't
Flaunt
floss. They don't flaunt what they have. It's just like, this is what we have. They're like, they're always having, like, they always welcome us over. So like those are good people, right? So you have that category of gays, right? And then because we know straight people can't afford that. So here we are with the gays.
Always the gays.
Always the gays. So we have that, but then we have the ones, and Humbie is always sending me the they're like,
the stories.
How do they have a BMW? How do they have a Range Rover? How do they have? And I constantly have to tell him, you have to remember that leasing is cheaper than buying. So you can lease a Range Rover for $400 a month. You can. It's 400 USD. It is doable. That is a regular car payment in the States. If you're going to buy it, your payment is going to be around $1,100. So a lot of them lease these things, and they're balling on a budget, and they're trying to front out what they don't have. I drive a Range Rover. I drive a Range Rover. Yeah, but you don't own it. You're leasing it. Not to say that people don't lease to own, but like 9 times out of 10, they don't do that over here in the States, right? Everyone here is just trying to keep up with the Joneses. And I'm like, you're broke, fool.
But is it like, just for the post, right? Like you lease it for however many months, you make like a bomb ass fire post. Like the post gets lots of traction, lots of following, lots of likes, leads to like other posts and other sponsorships. Like, is it all just for that? Do you know what I mean?
People,
like,
I believe some people are
you're broke
like
for like 1 second. Yeah, exactly. You're broke for a second. Like you outlay the money, become broke, and then you like bring it all in.
I mean, in reality, though, what are the odds that you're going to become an influencer now? Because the market is so oversaturated that any brand can pick any influencer, and unless you have a loyal, established following, and there's at least 10% engagement with your post. So if you have 1 million followers, you better have 100,000 likes on your photos.
Do you watch Euphoria? Like, are you watching the new season of Euphoria?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Like there's one, because it sort of goes into that vibe where Cassie, who's played by Sydney Sweeney, she wants to be an influencer. And then she goes to like Maddie, and she asks Maddie, like, how can I do it? How can I break the market? Like, people want to see me. And Maddie just reads her. So Cassie, who's, typical blonde girl, Maddie just goes, the market's just oversaturated with girls like you right now.
You know what's
funny? I was like, damn.
You know what's funny?
It's
a real estate agent. I just started following him, and he messaged me, which I don't know if it's an automated message or whatever, but he messaged me like 3 times, and I'm like, okay, like let me read this damn message. So he's like, hey, just curious, like, thank you for the follow. I just really want to know like what interested you in my page. Like, do you live local? Are you looking for a house? And my response was simple, like, I'm just trying to support like fellow Latino pages because I feel like
yes,
we're
you've always been like
constantly
that.
following a Eurocentric look on Instagram, and we're conditioned to just like that. And I'm
Yeah,
like, no, this
100%.
guy is like really good looking. He actually produces really good content, and I feel like he's not getting the follows that he should. So it starts with one. Right. And then it starts with one, and then me tagging my friends, like, look at this guy. And then they send it to all the other gays. And the next thing you know, he has 1 million followers. But I messaged him back, like, I just really want to support more Latino pages and like minority content, because I feel like we don't do that as a society enough. So
he would have loved that.
Yeah. So I sent it and I'm waiting on a response. Or a block.
So it was definitely automated then.
Well, I just did it today. When I went to the gym, because like I was like, okay, 3 messages, like let me just. The other ones that I don't like that I get are like, hey bro, like thanks for the follow, are you here for fitness tips, for this, for that? And I always troll those ones. I'm like, I'm just here because you're hot and I want nothing you're selling.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, girl. So that's me. But anyways, going back to our point, bad, bougie, or broke. Like the illusion of wealth. So many people online have the illusion of wealth where everything's on credit card, or they're using Afterpay. Do you guys have Afterpay in Australia?
We've got Afterpay in Australia. Yes.
Afterpay has taken off here in the States so much. Everybody has something on Afterpay, and Afterpay is basically a credit card. You're paying interest on it. You're making multiple payments.
That's what people don't understand, though, because they literally see it. They're like, okay, I can have it now as long as I pay it off within 4 equal installments. Like, and I think the installments come out, fortnightly or monthly. So people are just like, cool, I can afford that. But then it's like, they don't think about, now I'm going into finance, bro. Like, they don't think about the cash flow. They don't think about like, okay, if I don't pay it off by the 4th installment, then I'm going to incur like interest. And it's like, interest these days is she's a B, like she's the other B, not bad, bougie, or broke. She's the B. But that's like literally, people don't think about that.
I was just having this conversation with my mom that I'm like, people don't, this next generation, right, is not really financial literate. Not to say that we were any better, but we've learned from our parents and our older siblings or older cousins' mistakes. This next generation just doesn't pay attention to stuff like that, right? Because they're seeing everybody what they have online. So they're in the stage that our elders were in, or our seniors were in now, right? Because they just looked right past us. But I told my mom, I'm like, they're not good with numbers, because if you have $12,000 in credit card debt and you're racking about $300 of interest every month, why wouldn't you just get a balance transfer card? It's going to cost you 3% to transfer it over, which is going to cost you roughly about $450 for that balance. And then you can make 18 months worth of payments for interest free, because you were going to get to that $450 anyways within 2 months. So why wouldn't you do a balance transfer and you would have 16 months of free interest?
My gay ass brain right now, like,
did you follow that?
No, because I literally just like, again, like, we're gay, we're not smart. So when
you're on finance, bro, what do you mean you're not smart?
When you started running the numbers, I was just like, what am I gonna have for lunch later? Like,
Paul's going on mute for the rest of the show. Don't, what? Literally, this was right up your aisle.
If I can't talk, then I'm gonna dance.
Please do. But that was my thing. I'm like,
exactly. But I think like you and I, we do like rag on the next generation quite a bit on this podcast, but that's just because we're 30 and we're beautiful. But like, you do have to hand it to some of the kids of the day. Like, I think if they've cracked that mindset of like entrepreneurship, as well as like who their target audience is, as well as like what they want to achieve, like they do bring it in like successfully through social media, if that makes sense. Like, you know, like if I think I can think of one girl that comes to mind, you know, we used to go to the gym together, but her market is fitness. And so she really like goes into the fitness thing, like she does good. But that's because she like focuses in on that. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's not dumb.
I had a hosting coach and she had said always find your small niche audience and you'll grow from there, right? So even if you were like obsessed with Jennifer Lopez and you're like, this whole page is about J-Lo and how to break down the J-Lo look and how to be young like J-Lo, all the J-Lo fans will like cling to you, and then you're like, then you eventually branch off to like beauty in general. Like, how do you just get all these celebrities that now it's from J-Lo to the celebrity glow? Like, how do you get the celebrity glow? And you might lose like 20% of your followers that are just strictly J-Lo fans, but then all the other people will start to like pushing you. And if you're doing collaborations, then you start with smaller beauty influencers and you work your way up to the ones that are more and more, which we have not successfully done with podcasting, but but we're busy.
We're getting there. We're busy, but you know what? Like, people are listening to us.
People are listening. Okay, let me tell you. Last week we got pushed by YouTube, and we were getting gay bashed, and it was so fun. So
were we actually?
We were getting gay bashed 100%. It's like, you sound gay, and it was like, no shit, Sherlock. What do you like? It says literally, it's in the title. It says "Good Day Gay Podcast." So, but I mean, whatever. Gosh. I'll take the view. If you're gonna show up, I'll take the view.
Thank you.
So we were getting, thank you, YouTube. Thank you so much. We love getting boosted.
But you know what? Remember the first time that happened? And like God, you and I were just literally like, yeah, you were like,
I was like, what? You want to fight? Come through. Come through.
But and honestly, now we're ready for it.
If you think about it, a lot of the major influencers really do give into their comments like that, and that's how they end up becoming huge, right? So you have the Jake Pauls, you have the Hassan, you have like, all of your guys' influencers down in Australia. They always cater to the comments, and then and some of them have no topic of what they're even starting with, and they just open live and they go to the comments, and it's like, take off your shirt, and so they like take off their shirt, and I'm like, what is happening? We're not educating the world. Come on, y'all.
Exactly. So come to Good Day Gay podcast and you will be educated, and you'll also laugh, and you'll also make waves.
Yes. And we'll also use you for filth, because if you think you're bougie, you're actually broke. We want the baddies only.
Exactly.
Baddies only, and not the TV
Exactly.
show.
Exactly. Are you renting that Louis Vuitton bag? Did you buy it?
Yeah. Can you actually afford? Did you get it from Italy? Were you really able to? Did you get it from Paris? Were you able to actually afford it? No.
Yeah. Is it Louis Vuitton or is it Louis Vuitton?
Or is it from one of those four-corner blankets in New York City on the floor? Okay, don't come for me.
All right. What's next? Who are we reading next?
Getting back into it, right? So like selective posting, like they're only posting here. And here's the thing too. A question for you, are you more inclined to follow somebody who looks like they have like a high extravagant lifestyle, or are you looking to follow people who are more authentic and realistic and relatable? Like, for example, like Cardi B is rich, right? But she didn't start that way. She started off as just relatable as an Instagram personality, and she was on Love and Hip Hop. But she had a personality, and she was just really relatable in that sense. And that's really how her career blew up. Like, not only was she talented, but she was so relatable, because people have brain farts all the time. It should be like, I forgot what I was going to say, bitch, but I'm going to tell you in a minute when I remember, right? So she would say things like that. People are like, I like her. She's crazy.
Yeah.
So and what are you inclined to follow?
I'm definitely inclined to follow like relatableness. And I think it's more... Do you know what's really stupid? Do you know what really grabs my attention these days on freaking social media?
What?
Those AI fruits. It's 100% brain rot. Have you never watched the AI fruits?
No.
Oh my gosh, you're so lucky. Now you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it now. It's like literally, okay, this is literally going off topic, but it's like AI fruits, and it's like a banana with like a peach, and the peach like farts, and he's just like, did you just fart, Peachalina? We have to break up now. And then it's just like, it's stupid. It goes down this rabbit hole. That's dumb. But anyway, at the end of the day... No, but what I
do get is I get the little fluffy animals that are like, I want some French fries. I want some French fries. I want some French fries. And I'm like, oh, that's me.
That's what Bruno gets. And he sends it to me every time. And if I see an animal dancing the way that they shouldn't be dancing, I'm like, no, this is like, against all of nature.
a surprise. And I'm like, yes, that's my jam. They're like little squishy. They look like little puppies when they're first born. You can just kind of shake them around.
I know, it's kind of cute. Okay, anyway, who do I relate to? I relate to people that are relatable. And I think back to
what a great definition.
I relate back to people that are relatable. Yeah. So back to like 2 weeks ago, Daniel and I were in Sydney, and there was like this one influencer. She had like a full light, like someone holding the light behind the cameraman, like full all of that. And she's like strutting down the tram, like down the tram runway, just like walk, 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 walk with her bag, with her whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? And I'm just kind of like, but what I did love about her was she was brown. So she wasn't, you know, she was brown. So love to the brown people. And like, she was definitely wearing brands, but she wasn't like a model, if that makes sense. Like, she almost looked like mid 40s. So in my mind, I was like, props. Exactly. I was like, props to you. You're probably like late 30s to mid 40s. You know, you're brown. Like, yeah, yes. But at the same time, I was like, is this real? Like, you're just strutting down a tram runway in Sydney, down like freaking George Street Mall, like with a massive light behind the cameraman. Like, is this real? Like, yeah. I think that's where I go. Like, I like the photos, especially if it's a hot guy. I'll like it for a second, but then afterwards, I'm just like, is this relatable? Like, are you relatable? Are your abs relatable? Because I don't have abs.
I've caught myself liking things and then I'll unlike it. And I'm like, no, you don't get that like from me. But the ones with a little panza, I'm like, because my belly looks just like that. But I like the ones too where like they're trainers and they're like, don't do this, do this, don't do that, do this, don't have your form like this, be like that. So like it's corrections, like, and there's small movements that they're easy posture corrections online. And I'm like, I hope that these people are getting all the follows and all of the brand deals that they deserve, because they're actually really out here educating people on how to lift safely, how to prevent tendon ruptures, how to prevent like torn meniscuses and all these things. So they're actually doing people a favor. And they're like, and in their bio, it says like master trainer, you know, whatever kinesiology major, you studied whatever. And it has all of their like degrees and all their backings to give them credibility. So I like those people personally. And then I also like the people who cook. I like the people who cook good meals with a lot of fat in it. And then I like people who cook good meals that are healthy. It's like a balance. So on Saturday and Sunday, I'm cooking with butter. And then on Monday through Friday, I'm cooking with nothing. I'm just letting the vegetables just roast in the nonstick pan, the ceramic pan. And I'm like, okay. But I actually have learned to enjoy I've learned to enjoy the flavors of natural foods when they're actually just kind of charred and grilled instead of throwing 100%. Like salt and all these things on them, right? Like if you really roast a broccoli the right way, there's good flavor to it. But if you just like throw it in a pot of water and let it boil and then you pull it out, it takes all the nutrients out and then you have like nutrient water and then you're just eating nothing.
That was like last week when my mum was here. So if there's one staple ingredient in a Filipino household, it's cornstarch. And so the whole point of cornstarch is to like thicken the soup or thicken the And so we're making arroz caldo, which, you know, arroz caldo. Arroz caldo. Yeah. Yes. So we're making arroz caldo and my mom's like, do you have cornstarch? And I'm like, Mom, we're not putting that shit in there. Like,
she's like, don't worry, I have some in my bag, Paul.
But yeah, exactly that. I'm just like, we can just let it sit on the stove for a little bit longer. The water will become thicker. Like it will soak up all the flavor. We don't need cornstarch to make it thicker.
She's like, you're right. We don't need it. We don't need it. Like, she's just throwing it in there as you're distracted.
Yeah. She's like, this is not cornstarch. It's something else.
Okay, not cornstarch.
I want to ask you a question though. Like, is it at the end of the day though, like, you know, this topic came up because like you and I are those people that are like sending like profiles and pictures to our friends being like, how? Like question mark, how?
Yeah.
But in reality, can you gain a following from being truly genuine or authentic?
I think so. I think if you know who you are and you are that person online, like if I really put who I was online, I think I would get a significant following, girl, I'm just busy and lazy at the same time, right? So like I'll be doing the stupidest things, like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
a song will come on and I'll be like going to get food out of the refrigerator in the house, and then I'll like have my phone on and a song will come on, I'm like, and luckily like no one is seeing this happen, but I'm like, that is so relatable because people are like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, like, like, you know what I mean? Like, they just do stupid things.
Okay.
Or like, you get up off the couch and you're like, right, and you just do like a little shimmy for no reason, and you're like, why did I just do that? But you did it anyways.
So you know how I have
or you'll
a cat,
sit there and
like...
be like, wow, 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 and you're like, what?
So you know how I like, so Daniel, I like adopted a cat like what, maybe 3 months ago now. So like when we first adopted the cat and I would just break out into dance, he would run away. Like he would run away and hide. But now, like yesterday, Zara Larsson dropped her Girls Trip remix album. And she's got a track with JT on it, and it's like nasty, it's like shake your ass, it's like twerk, twerk, twerk. And so I was
JT,
listening to
like Justin Timberlake?
No, JT from the City Girls.
Oh, okay. Girl, you got to be more specific.
Sorry.
We're millennials.
JT from the City Girls.
Okay.
So the track came on, I was listening to the album, and I just like started like twerking, like at the same time I'm like on my laptop just like twerking, and then I turn around and my cat's just looking at me like, who the F do I live
so
with?
Judgmental.
He's like, why did these people adopt me?
He's like, oh no, here's some cornstarch.
But I think of, okay, back to that question I asked you, and like maybe you tell me your opinion on this because you know you're from LA. What's her name?
LA adjacent.
Trisha?
Trish Paytas.
Yeah, I think she's so funny, and I look at her and I go, I think that's her. Like, I think that's her.
That is her, but also I've seen some of the videos where like she's singing and security guards are looking at her like, why are people here? And you know, like no tea, no shade, because people might look at me when I'm singing live in a venue like, why does this little brown boy think that he could sing?
I came here for a bingo, not a show.
Yeah, some people love it, and there was one time where a girl and her friends, there was like a party of like 5 of them, and she was not having it. She was also wasted out of her mind, and she was like, we want to play bingo, and I'm like, I said, girl, sit down. Don't nobody want to hear you. They want to hear me. I said, do y'all love hearing me? And the crowd started cheering. And I was like, do you want to hear her? And they're like, boo, right? But like that, I didn't mean it like that. It just kind of happened like that.
And she just like jumps on her phone. She's like, dear Mr.
Royal Hampton.
Dear Mr. Bingo Loco.
But it wasn't even it was more of a situation where I, as a host, I try to make the entire audience, and we're going to get back to posting and comparison culture right now. But
yeah,
this next thing is going to segue into it. But I try to involve my entire audience, because even if you don't win bingo, I want you to feel like you had a good time and it was worth it, right? So like, why do people continue to come back? Because they feel valued, because they feel like they've been worth it, right? Why do people come back to your page? Because they feel like it adds value to something that they're doing in their life, right? So if I posted more content from my shows, I'm sure, I mean, I've gained, let me see, hold on. Let me look. I've gained roughly about 1,000 followers from just from hosting. And I get DMs all the time like, oh my gosh, you were the best host, you made you really made the whole show, like, oh my god, come on, vocals a lot, like, and I love it. I screenshot it because I obviously added to my media package, so when I'm like pitching myself to agents, like, hey, this is the kind of comments that I'm getting. But people want to follow you because you add value to their life. You're funny to them. You change a portion of their day so where they can enjoy what you're offering. It's not just doom scrolling. But at the same time, right, then we get into comparison culture. Like, I have a nice Spanish bungalow by the beach, right? But am I comparing myself to someone who has a Spanish bungalow in West Hollywood that's 9 bedrooms and 17 bathrooms. Why you need more bathrooms than bedrooms, I have no idea. But do I think to myself like, wow, I really want that? Or do I think to myself like, no, I really love what I have. I love what I've created here. If I could grow this, if I can own this and expand to a bigger place and still own this and make this my office, I would, because it'd be the perfect office. You have a kitchen, you got a restroom, you know, you got like a break room in the back. Like I would turn this whole thing into an office. I don't think I would ever leave this place, but if I could upgrade, I would, right? Like to have if I can buy the damn place, I would, right? Like, but again, like, do we ever catch ourselves comparing ourselves to people online? And yes, part of 100%. Us following them is like, oh God, I want my pecs to look like that. And it's like, mine aren't perky like that. Like, what are they lifting and how are they lifting differently than I am? So
yeah.
Or why are they like 17 and they're driving a Range Rover and I'm over here driving a Camry and I'm like, I like my Camry. Okay. It's cheaper in gas.
It's so funny that you say that, because it's like, I think about, okay, what do I post? And I've got to admit, like, I've been posting less these days. I'm also really bad at replying to people these days. So to everyone that's been messaging me, I'm sorry that I take longer than I should to reply to you. I know that I've been like a bit crap at that lately. But I think back to like when I was so active on social media, and I really was myself. Like I would post stupid dances. I would say like stupid things. But yeah, it's like, okay, this is me. This is like me. And I would get like all the comments, all of the blah, blah, blah. But then it's like what you said, you see someone and they're doing the same thing as you. And so like, you know how I just like to do like TikTok dances? Like that's my 12-year-old self being like a TikToker. So I'll see like someone doing the TikTok dance and I'm like, oh, like they're not a good dancer, but they're hot. Do you know what I mean? And I'm kind of like, if only I was hotter, and like, I already know I'm a good dancer, but if only I was hotter, then I would have just as many like followers as him. But again, it's that like, it's the comparison culture. Like comparison is the thief of all joy. Do you know what I mean?
I feel that. And like right now too, especially being Hispanic, I'm like, people, I feel like a lot of times don't want to follow a Hispanic boy who looks like me. They want to follow the one with the little tiny mustache right above the lip and like the dark coarse hair here. And I'm like, I don't have that. Good luck, right? And it's like, and it's funny too, because some of those people will have like personalities of a doorknob. They're just beautiful people and have 100%. All these followers. And I'm like, is this where we're going in the world? Like, is this, how can I say this? Like, we're starting after people who have nothing to offer, no life skills, no personality. And like, it's like, you're both going to be a great looking couple with nothing, no personality. Baby, look,
baby,
I was born with it. I could step on stage. Okay, I can step on stage and I can give you an entire show. I can also be in a room and I can let the person that I'm with shine, because I know when and where to present myself, when and where my comedy works, when and where my personality works. And I feel like a lot of times online, we see people, right, like, love Bretman Rock, right? Love him. He's loud. He tells you what he tells you how it is. His thing
He's
is
Filipino.
Like, he is who he is, truly himself. But
really.
Unfortunately, you have all of these finstas who want to try and be like him, so they're fake loud, they're fake bitch, they're fake all these things, right? And it's like, that's not really your personality, and you're like, it's not working for you. So like, find what works for you and get
but the
there.
Thing is like, and because like, well, I'm Filipino, you're Mexican, like we look at like being a Filipino, I look at oh my god, why am I having a mental blank right now? Who are we just talking about?
We're talking about Bretman Rock.
Where did my mind go? So like, being Filipino, I look at Bretman Rock and I'm like, that is him, because that is what Filipinos are like, just like loud and obnoxious and like just stupid. Like, so I look at him and I'm like, that is him. And that's how he gained his following, by being him. But okay, one thing I want to ask you, and again, because you're like in LA, like, you know, you would see this. So recently there was Coachella,
Okay.
And what I've realized about, like, I love music. Again, I'm a 12-year-old girl. Like, I would be there at Cat's Eye. I would be like, pinky up. Like, that would be me in the audience when Cat's Eye's on.
How was that?
Pinky up. but okay, so what I've like started realizing about Coachella from social media, is it real? Because like, okay, so one, I saw this post of a girl where she was like, hey, like I had a brand that was going to fly me there, give me hotels, give me tickets. They've just dropped me and I'm literally on my way to the airport. Do any brands want to sponsor me to take me to Coachella, blah, blah, blah. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, is this real? Two, I see the posts of like, to go to Coachella, it costs this much, like for a ticket. A taco is like $50. Like parking is like $200. So obviously to go to Coachella, it's super expensive. But is going to Coachella real, or is it like a playground for influencers to push brands? Like,
that's interesting because at the same time, right?
Like you're there, right? So you would hear
with
people.
their outfits from Shein. They're all walking in
Yes.
with their Temu outfits. They're all walking in with their Shein outfits and their Amazon outfits. Do I
It's
have
just
any
how
shame
you
in
style
that?
it.
No,
No,
right? Like
it's
I have
how you
no shame in
style
that.
it.
But you're like, again, you're trying to portray like, oh, I have everything. I have all this money. I'll give you an example. We just went out last week for Humbie's birthday, and this person,
washing.
You know
This
what? Hold
person
on.
wore
Let me walk you into our next segment. Our next segment is called
I still want to
the
know.
Steam Room.
I still want to know your opinion on Coachella, though. Like, is it real or not?
Okay, hold on. Let me dial this back. Then we'll go to that. So, do I think Coachella is real? Yes and no. Right? You have festival runners who love a good festival. So,
yeah. Like, do your friends go to Coachella?
It's 50-50. So, like, people go because they actually love music. Like, I'm a music lover, right? I would love to go just for music. Like, I don't care about if I take a picture in front of that little leaning tower of Pisa that they have, like, great. But like, everybody has that same photo. Like, do something different, baby. Like, stand on your hands or something, or like take a picture of yourself coughing because you got the iron lung from all the dirt that's being kicked up. Like, do something fun. Right?
Yeah.
Like, be that person. So all the ones who post that, I'm like, like,
you're
for
at
example, like it's strictly to be like, oh, I went to Coachella. And like, at the end of the day, like, you're camping in tents, some of you. And like, you know what I mean? The ones who really aren't posting are like staying in resorts, or they're staying in houses in Palm Springs, and they're like Ubering in black car all the way over. And so they're in these SUVs, they're like these black SUVs and Suburbans, Escalades, and they're being like chauffeured in. And then like the ones who like want to be posting about, oh, I'm here in Coachella, they're staying in tents, girl.
That's a
you
fair
can't catch
point.
me in a tent. Last time I stayed in a tent, I was about 7 years old, and that's because we
see
went.
that then goes to the point of like, are you at Coachella because you're bougie and you're bad, or are you like taking the one pick and then staying in a tent?
I feel like a lot of people are taking pictures. They're there to keep up with the Joneses, right? They're putting it on their credit cards. They're like, Coachella for just like a basic ticket is $800. But if you want to go, if you want like VIP, like you're looking more towards like $1,400, which still isn't bad, but it's not bad at my pay scale, right? Like I'm paid very well. So like $1,400, I'm like, that's
let's go.
You know what I mean? Go. Like, here, because I don't want to deal with all the BS of like, we are in our 30s now. Why are we trying to sleep on the floor in a tent, and like, you got swamp ass and everybody has swamp ass, and like, what is happening?
Not the swamp ass.
Am I lying? Am I lying?
Can you say that in an Aussie
swamp
accent?
Ass.
Say it in an Aussie accent.
Swamp ass. No, that was not right.
No, it's like swamp ass. Oh, now I can't even say it. Swamp ass.
Go ahead. You live there.
Not the swamp ass.
Swamp ass. Not the swamp ass.
Speaking of swamp ass, is it the steam room?
Girl, and speaking of swamp ass, let's move on to our next segment called The Steam Room. Now, The Steam Room is a new segment that we are introducing to Good Day Gay Podcast, because what happens in the steam room stays in the steam room, and that's where the truth is unveiled. So,
we know that.
Talking about bad and bougie and broke, we recently went out with someone for a friend's birthday, and there was someone there who continuously had to flaunt how much money they had, what kind of purse they were carrying, what kind of, they started fights with people at the bar. And hear me out. If somebody comes at me sideways at a bar, I'm going to correct it. Okay. However, I am not going out of my way to cause problems while I'm out. That's the difference. Okay. You know me, Paul, you know that I don't like when people come to me sideways out of left field. It's like, who are you and why are you speaking to me? Do I know you? And
exactly.
It's like,
I'm scared.
Let me rearrange your face now, because you had to come over here and try to be offensive to me for no reason.
Exactly. I'm scared.
But at the same time, like, I'm really just in my own zone when I'm out. I'm there. Nothing I hate more than a conversation at a bar. I'm not trying to have a conversation at a bar, especially if there's a dance floor and there's music playing. I am trying to have a good time, have a bop, and have someone clap their hands and say, hey. It's exactly what I'm trying to do. Now, if you're trying to do anything other than that, I don't want to hear it. I don't care. I don't want to catch up. If you want to catch up, leave me a voice note. If you want to catch up, you know where I live. Come visit me. So
exactly. Take your swamp ass over there.
Take your swamp ass over there.
Over there.
Over there. Not the swamp ass.
Tell us about the steam room.
We're out, right? So the steam room is, we're letting it all out, right? In the steam room.
We're letting it out.
So we're out, and the first instance was we went from one bar to the next. The first bar started very calm. There was about 15 of us. We went to the next bar next door. Because in here in Long Beach, there's a series of gay bars that you just walk to. The next ones are all on the same street. So we go to the next one. The next one is playing like La Chona. They're playing like more like they're playing mixes of like.
Is this the one with the mirror? Like it's a very small bar and there's a mirror.
No, that is Falcon.
I love that place.
That's like the dive bar that's really skinny.
Oh, it's so hot in there.
Like, but there's like a dance floor right next to the restrooms. There's only 2 restrooms.
Like my swamp ass is grinding. My swamp ass is grinding on someone when I'm going to the bathroom.
So we're at the next bar, and there's this guy who lives here. There's this guy who lives here in Long Beach. We don't know each other personally. We know each other through proximity, through my old neighbor. He was at his birthday party. So anyways, we rarely acknowledge each other, not in a bad way. We just like, it's that awkward situation. Like we're not friends, but we know a mutual person, but we've never really conversed. So like he sees me, he's lit, but he's like, and I'm like, oh, hey, girl. You know what I mean? Like, I will reciprocate right back. Yeah. So he like waves to me. So I'm like, oh, cute. Like, hey. He like whips his head around. Oh. He like clocks his boyfriend in the head. Like, he like gets him in the eyebrow. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, are you okay? Right? Because like genuinely, like we've all been there. We've all been drunk with the person that we're out with. And sometimes you make a sudden move. You're like, damn, bitch, you just got me, right? Like, but it's fine because like it wasn't it wasn't done on purpose.
It wasn't done on purpose.
But I was more like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Like, do you want me to get you ice? But like as I was saying it, the guy that we were with, the one speaking of bad, bougie, and broke, turns and gives him the dirtiest look. Like the dirtiest look I've ever seen anybody give. And the guy was like, I'm so sorry. Because apparently, I guess like the drink spilled onto the purse or the bag or whatever. Well, first of all, honey, you are in a bar. You are in Long Beach. Nobody cares about the things that you are wearing or what you're carrying. Okay. Because you are out of place with all of this. Nobody cares about it. So go ahead. Put the lip gloss on. Yes. Read them. So, so he's like looking at him and then he's like, get away from me. Oh. And the guy was like, oh, like, I'm sorry. And he's like, just move on with your life. Right. And it was so pretentious and so like, rude to me that I was like, why? It did not sit right with me for like days. So I'll get back to that in a minute. go to the next bar because the straights peel off, right? Because we were in a mixed crowd. So the straights peel off. They're like, we're going home. We're like, cool. So I told our friend, I was like, do you want to go to the little bar, which was the Falcon? So we go to the Falcon. We like see someone, he buys me a drink. He's like, oh my God, hey girl, like good to see you. I was like, oh hey, whatever. And then I look to my left and there's like these two guys, and I'm like, oh my bad, like I know we're in your space. He's like, you really are. And I was like, well, no, I don't care, because like you want to be rude. And it was like we were not even that much in your space. It's crowded in there. You know how it is.
Yeah.
So whatever. So at that point, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't care now. Now I'm gonna be right next to you because I'm not moving and whatever. Because I was trying to be nice by acknowledging the fact that we're all close in the space and that like this person was trying to talk to me and buy me a drink and we're friends and whatever. But you, because you want to be rude and not be gracious, now I'm annoyed. Yeah. So that was that. Whatever. We end up pushing forward and we go into dance on that little tiny dance floor, all four of us. And then we walk around the lights come on, and me and my friend are like, oh, like let's get out the bar now. Right, because you know how, like the lights come on and like it's fluorescent lighting and it's not what you want.
It's not pretty.
So, and I promise you, I'm getting back to the topic, Boke Bougie and like living beyond your means. So
we're getting there.
We go outside. There's this guy that my friend has thought was attractive all night. I try to be the best wingman that I possibly can be.
Good.
So I'm like, oh, you're that really handsome guy from the inside. And then my friend turns and he was like, oh, that's him. I was like, oh, this is my friend. Like, And he's like, oh, it's nice to meet you. And then his friend goes, oh, don't let his boyfriend hear you say that. So then my friend was like, I'll go home with both of you and we could be a throuple, right? Because my friend has that quick personality.
I love
that.
And
so the guy starts laughing and he was like, I don't know about that. And he's like, well, I do. And I know it'll work out just fine.
Yeah.
So he's like, we're trying to make the situation lighter, considering his friend tried to interject.
Exactly.
You could take a compliment. It could have went a million ways, right? Like I could be like, oh, you're the handsome guy from inside. Like, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then I'd be like, this is my friend Humbie. And he's like, hey, like, how's it going? Like, blah, blah. You're also equally as handsome. Like, man, if I was single, like, I would definitely ask you on a date. There's ways to go about things, right?
Yeah.
But his friend, his friend was also annoying, where he had to just instantly interject, like, don't let his man hear you say that. Well, first of all, we know you're not the cute friend. So, like, that's why you're acting the way that you are. So there's that. And like, trust me, baby, we know if we're not the cute friend. Sometimes I'm not the cute friend. And I get that, right? But I dress it up. I put the hat on. I have a nice outfit on. So at least I can compare to everybody I'm with. But it is what it is.
This is really the steam room.
This is the steam room. It out. We are going all full steam.
We're letting it out.
Full steam is coming forward. So they're walking. Their Uber shows up. They're going to the car. The guy that we're with that's being rude was like, the handsome guy gets in the car. He's like, you guys have a good night. Like, it was nice, talking to you, whatever. His friend says something, and he was like, the rude guy that's with us is like, yeah, get in your car because nobody cares about you and nobody cares about you. Oh
my gosh.
So then the not cute friend takes off his jacket and he's like, what'd you say? He's like, yeah, you're broke. I can own you. I have lawyers, right? He's saying all these things. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, what are you doing? And I said this verbatim. I was like, what's happening? What are you doing? He's like, you're not even in an Uber Black. Like, you're broke. That Nissan Versa is broke. Blah, 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 blah. So then the Uber driver gets involved and the Uber driver rolls down his window and he starts flipping the guy off. And I'm like, I have nothing to do with this. So then I'm like, I'm leaving. So I tell my friend, let's go now. I'm not about this.
Too much.
Like, anybody who knows me knows I don't care for problems. I don't. I like to address them if they come up to me. Like, if a problem comes my way, I like to address it. I like to nip it in the butt and continue moving. I don't like things that are prolonged. I don't like negative people. I will cut you off faster than you can even think of who I am anymore. Or I will block your number. I will uninvite you to our parties. I will walk right past you like I don't know you. I don't like internally ugly people who have bad intentions. I don't like it. Never have. So I'm annoyed at this point, right? And we gotta walk all the way back to my house, which is like a 25-minute walk, 25-minute walk. When you're drunk, it goes a lot faster. But I was not drunk.
Did you get the tacos though?
We were going to, but I was annoyed, so I pushed right past the taco stand because I want to get home. I want to get you guys in your car so that you can leave.
So not only was he like the not cute one, but he also stopped you from getting tacos?
Yeah.
What? Nah, goodbye.
So we ended up going to Taco Bell. and we got a chalupa crunch. We got a Doritos Locos taco, and we got a chalupa with Supreme. Okay, so we did that. So anyways, circling back to like all this that's happening, I'm like, you're in this diamond necklace. I don't care if it's real or fake. You're in this diamond bracelet. I don't care if it's real or fake. You're carrying this high-end bag that is supposedly $20,000-$30,000. I don't care. You keep flaunting that you have all this money, only to find out that you're unemployed and you live at home with your parents. So
how did you know?
Because they all blasted him, like, as we were waiting for him. And so it's like, number one, I don't care. Number two, you're in the wrong neighborhood to even like try to flaunt that. Like, you want to flaunt that, like, go somewhere in West Hollywood where like you have more people like you. Now, I'm not saying that West Hollywood is like this, but like you have some cool people in West Hollywood, but you do have one or two standouts who can be like that. So go find your group, because we are not those people. And and if you get jumped right now, I'm gonna walk away because I don't care. I'm not going to fight somebody on your behalf because you think you're with three boys who can fight, which he was. So you're with three people who all know how to fight, but like, we're not going to get involved in that situation because you caused that, because you have an ugly mouth and you wanted to cause a problem. So yeah, come to find out, doesn't have it, flaunting, gets it paid for by family members, has no job. And I'm like, all of that just to pretend that you're somebody. And I'm like, you have some internal issues to like
100%.
really address with yourself. And like, the sad part is I can look past all of that, right?
Yeah,
I really can. I try to look through people and see their soul and see, who are you actually? And so with this whole situation, I'm like, you could actually be a really fun person if you got over yourself. But because he wasn't over himself, like he is that person. I don't follow him on Instagram. I instantly blocked him that night. We never followed each other to start with. But when I looked at his profile picture, like, you could tell he really tries to like flaunt like what he has and who he is. And I'm like, but you don't.
Can you send me his
and there's
profile
nothing
later?
to admire about you. You even have an ugly personality.
Yeah, send me his profile later. I want to be like,
oh yeah, girl. Oh, and here's the other part. Try to call me out. I know you've had work done. I know you had a BBL. I know you have Botox. I haven't had any one of those things. And I told him just like this, I haven't had any one of those things, and I swear on your mother. So I was like, if you get a phone call tomorrow that your mother dropped dead with you, I was lying. But if you don't, then clearly I'm not lying.
I think, like, at the end of the day as well, it's kind of like, okay, I'm guessing he was in his 30s like us.
Yep.
It's like, why? You're 30 years old. Why are you being a little bitch with swamp ass? Like, why?
He was trying to prove to us that he was that bitch. And I like, here's the thing. I don't care who you are. Like,
but at the end of the day,
you still had to come to my house.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, literally. But it's also like, okay, when we get to our 40s, we'll be like, even more accomplished. Yeah. But really, it's like, you're in your 30s now. Like, why do you have to act like that? Like, why do you have to bring other people's energy down? Why do you have to be like that? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. She needs gay therapy. She needs gay therapy, and she needs real therapy.
Here's the other thing, bitch. I reached out to their other friend and I said, why TF are you even hanging out with this person? They have a negative energy. They have a negative aura. They give like what they give what's called in Spanish ojo, where like they don't wish well for you when they're around.
Sí, mucho.
And he was like, well, like, we have history. And I'm like, okay, that's cool if you have history and you guys helped each other through something. But at the same time, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And it was just like, I was so repulsed by this individual. And I'm like, you're not cute. Everything, like, you've had work done. You've had fillers. You have a fake hair color. You have, like, baby, literally, don't compare. Don't even compare. And like I said, like, sometimes I'm not the cute friend, but that's okay. Like, I know my place. At least I'm funny. If you're not gonna be cute, at least be funny.
Exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing.
Yeah, at least I'm funny. Like, what are you doing? But
yeah, you're nothing.
So, like, he is definitely one of those people online. Getting back to like bad, bougie, and broke. Like, has nothing to provide. Has no. He even like knocked on my degree. He's like, "What college did you go?" He's like, "Yeah, stupid, dumb bitch." And I'm like, "Actually, no. I'm actually really smart." And I said it just like that. I was like, no, I'm actually really smart. Like, you're probably the dumb one because I have my own place. I live here. I have a nice car. I like, you know what I mean? I have multiple streams of income. Like, I don't think I think I'm smart. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm actually gay and smart.
I can reinvent myself. I go to the gym. I eat well. Like, I'm actually like I figured out my macros. Like, I'm actually not dumb. Like, you're actually the dumb bitch. Like, but that's just you, not me. And
I love it. I love it.
Laughing. He was like, "No, you didn't. No, you didn't." Just I said, "Yes, I did. I sure did."
I need to get myself out there. I need to come out there when it's another birthday, another gathering. I need to be out there. I want to be on the side of you with a drink, like, oh, not the
And
swamp
with that being said, we need to get them followers. So please go follow us at Good Day Gay Podcast on Instagram. Like and subscribe to us on Spotify and iTunes. And honestly, the best thing that you can do for us is to just share us on your story. Like, sharing us, it's free. It helps spread the word. We're trying to have productive, nuanced conversations about the gay world and the straight world, right? So like, we're not the only ones dealing with bad, bougie, and broke influencers. So are you. So if you know someone who is bad, bougie, and broke, tag them in the comments.
Or we want to interview them.
Or better yet, write in the comments, what do you want to see your influencers and the people that you're following? What do you want? What kind of content do you want to see from them? What kind of content do you want to hear from us? I'm open to ideas, and I will build a whole show around a good concept. And with that being said, Paul, what's your R&R moment of the week?
My R&R moment of the week. My
R&R. Swamp ass. Swamp ass, if you say it fast enough, kind of sounds like wombat.
Swamp ass, swamp ass, swamp ass.
Wombat.
Oh my gosh.
I'll go first.
I don't know. Okay, you go, because mine's like really embarrassing.
My R&R moment of the week was the whole headbutt situation at the bar, and that person was traveling with us. And you know me, I try to keep my reputation clean and straight.
Yeah.
So my R&R moment at this week was I seen the guy, flawless, beautiful, and gorgeous, right? The like nice boyfriend, not the one that the guy that I also know with a mutual friend. Like, he is also very gorgeous, but his boyfriend is equally as gorgeous. So I just want to emphasize that, like, he is a beautiful man. And so I seen him at my gym, and I'm like, R&R, right? Like, first of all, I realized that I've seen him before, had zero idea that he was gay. So then I was like, R&R. The R&R part was the fact that I had to walk up to him, and you know I don't do that at the gym. So I walked up. I was on the phone with my best friend or one of my best friends, and I'm like, girl, let me call you back. Hang up. So I walk over. Shut up. So I walk over, and I'm like, hey, I was like, just curious. I was like, by chance, were you at the bar the other night? I was like, on Saturday. I was like, with your boyfriend, right? And he's like, oh yeah. I think he thought I was gonna ask him how many sets I had. So like, he was kind of like, what's happening right now? And I was like, hey, I just wanted to say, I was like, the whole incident. I was like, I know, like, your boyfriend is having a good time. Everyone is having a good time, and like they accidentally like bumped your head, like, which I had like looked over to like ask you if you were okay. I was like, before like I could even get half my words out. One of the guys that was with us was like very rude to you and your boyfriend, gave you a dirty look, told you to get away with him, was very condescending towards you guys. And like, I just want to let you know, like, I apologize on behalf of that situation. I was like, also, this is so awkward because I don't talk to anybody at the gym. I was like, and I really don't. I was like, I'm overstimulated right now. I was like, but I was like, I'm very sorry. I was like, I don't ever want you to like look if I'm walking into a place like, oh, that's that guy who hangs around with those, like, they're bitches, or like they think, because I pride myself on not being around those type of people. Like, I try to be cool. I try to be calm, cool, collected. And like, I'm just out to have a good time. And I don't surround myself. I was like, and did you see all the shit he was wearing? I was like, I don't even know who the F he was. I was like, I met him that night. I was like, and that shit was embarrassing. Like, why are you gonna wear that to Long Beach out of all places? Like, we don't care. The people here are like hipsters or coupled up. Like, what are you doing? Or like, they're just like chill vibes. So, or like dressed like 90s babies, which we do. So I'm like, so I'm sorry about that. He's like, oh no, like it's totally cool. Like, I appreciate you coming over here to talk, like to say that, but like, it wasn't necessary. I'm like, I just want to let you know, like, I don't like that negative energy. I was like, I literally lit sage and like walked around my house because I don't want that around my house. And he started laughing. He's like, that's actually really funny. I was like, but like, you know, I hope the rest of the night was good. I was like, but you know, sorry about that. Like you will never see him in this area again. I was like, I just also don't want to have any relation towards that person because that is a very ugly person in the face and in the body and I started doing that and he started cracking up. And he's like, well, he's like, he's like, we ever see you out, like we should, you know, I was like, yeah, let's take shots or like, let's do something, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to be cool. I was like, plus I never meet people because I'm never here. So I was like, I'm Russ. He introduced himself to me. Very nice guy. So my R&R moment of the week was like actually having to walk up to someone at the gym.
Which is like not you at
Which
all.
is like, repulsed. Never. But he was very nice. And I'm glad that we had that interaction. Very, very sweet man.
That's nice. It sounded really cute.
What about your R&R moment of the week?
All
Are you going to tell everybody how you ripped your pants and your underwear at the same time?
No. I'm going to tell everyone how the last 2 times I've been out, I've literally had to use the toilet in the club and it's disgusting.
R&R, like number 2.
Yes.
No.
And I'm like, oh no, not again.
Oh no, speaking of the swamp ass. Do you carry wipes?
I should. I should put that in my Prada bag.
Girl, they have the dollar ones in the little dollar section.
Well, buy me one and send it to Australia so I can put it in my Prada bag.
It's gonna cost more money to ship it. Just go down the street.
Oh no.
Dude wipes, if you're listening, please sponsor us because Paul needs some of those in his purse.
Please, if you still want me to go out and spend money, I need it.
This episode has been brought to you by Dude Wipes. Manifesting.
Wipe that swamp ass.
Wipe that swamp ass. Have fresh scent mint booty for the night at the club.
Get out of here.
Okay, so that's your R&R moment of the week?
That's when you said, what's your R&R moment of the week? That instantly came to my mind. I was like, how can I degrade myself on this podcast?
And you know what? That's not that bad. That's actually not that bad. You could have been like, I had to go number 2, but I didn't make it because there was a line in the club and it ended up.
Look, at least I don't fart on the dance floor because people fart on the dance floor and it's disgusting.
People do that. I don't eat before I go out, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
I starve myself for 6 hours going until I go out.
Yeah, you're that kind of girl. Yeah.
That kind of girl, right? Because I don't want to pass gas on the dance floor. I'm not going to be swamp ass.
We need to end this right now.
We do. And with that being said, please like, subscribe, share us with your friends. Not that kind
and send us wipes.
Send us wipes. Dude wipes, please. Sponsor Paul in Australia. The economy's really bad and he can't afford it.